Hello, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I have, at long last, another Dwarven Forge unboxing. This is the Mountain Driftstone Pack, which I picked up in the Wildlands Reforged crowdfunder. And basically, you know, I'd gotten a lot of swamps and some forest, and then eventually I picked up like the mega pack of just like cliff sides and such. So I'd had a lot of the Wildlands, but what I didn't really get basically any of was like the Wyverstone, the Driftstone, any of that stuff. And this is a bunch of that. So we'll hop right in. The box here, Mountain Driftstone Pack P, so painted, of course. And it shows what's in there. We'll get it open. Let's see what we got to look at. Start with these. So these, there's a couple of them. Driftstones. So this can be used a couple of ways, of course. Might as well zoom in a little further. So, this side is flat, so it can just sit down on the base. And you have yourself a lovely stack of, well, Wyverstone is what they call it, but whatever. It's black stone with sort of that translucent, I don't know, is it blue, purple, whatever, it's that shimmering sort of color over top, like growing out of a stone base. And there are these holes here, which, of course, it comes with the little plugs to resolve if you want. But also, these are a big part of the reason why these holes exist. So if you just wanna, you just put a little tuft of greenery there and you don't see the hole, you can put another one there. Easy enough. No problem. But there's another way you can use these, and that is, this isn't just like a dead side. It's sculpted. It's stone. In fact, it's a great side for, say, a mini to stand on. But how are you going to get it to stand up? Well, you can tell, but there's a hole right there. And there are 4 of these. These are bases. Should be able to set in there. And now you've given this driftstone a base so that it can just float there. Isn't that fun? So this one piece could be used right side up or upside down, depending on how you want to use it, or, I mean, ultimately, one on top of the other for just sort of a stack of spiny rock. And I believe this is the next size up. A larger platform. I think 3 minis could easily fit on here. Of course, it still has the hole here. So it can go to the side. Of course, they can also sit on the bottom. So this could just be a different big stone here. But still, it has these holes. What were these for? So the hole on the top, let me do that. But then there are a bunch of clear rods in here that don't have bases of various lengths. And some of them are these kind of rectangular square rods that theoretically should go into the side there. And then where there's another hole on here, I can now connect them here. So one base holds up 2 of the different rocks, one off from another. So now you have little floating platforms that your characters have to jump between. And that just seems like some fun gameplay right there. And moving on up, there is one more of these, the larger Driftstone, so we just compare all three in size. The small, medium, and then the large one here. So this one, of course, has even more room here. So it's even more driftstones. It still has a hole in the center, so that you can have them on their own bases. But in this bag, some of these weren't the square rods, they were round rods, like these are. So is that because I put one of these in here, I could then take another one and have one directly above another? So now this has this, and of course, with all this, these round run ones, you get there should be, I think, two. I think the round ones, there's two of each size. Can double check. Yeah. So the short size is the same height as the bases, and then somewhat longer as they go up. You know, so different ones to hold different heights when you're using these as a base to hold up another one. And then these side platform ones, there's different lengths. Some little bitty short ones, which I actually have had. They can go in and just make it where instead of separate floating ones, the littlest ones can just nestle them right up against each other. And then the longer ones are used for holding something out. So, but there's another thing. If I pull up some of my escarpments, not included of course, and those have these holes in them as well. That way, if you have like a cliff face, you can also use that as supporting these and have different cliff face, have some different little floating rocks off the side. So this is fun. This is a fun set for me to pick up. It was not one of the ones that I grabbed right away because it was like, this is not a incredibly necessary feeling set. This is a fancy fantasy set. It is, you know, it can just be used, I guess, sort of normal. Put them on the ground. They are spiky, weird rocks. Maybe that's a mineral. Maybe that's something the party's looking for, and you use it to like be like, oh, here's the goal. Fine, that works. You know, a big cluster of weird things. Maybe it, you know, maybe it's the symbol that marks the cave entrance to the dragon's lair. Whatever. You can use it for whatever like that, and it's fine. But the big thing with it is it includes all the clear rods to either just, you know, elevate pieces or hang pieces off of other pieces, or put pieces above other pieces. All of that stuff is floating rocks, and floating rocks is very fantasy. And kind of like a specific, like, magical environment kind of thing. But it comes up. I mean, it's not like, you know, you don't go to whatever elemental plane that has floating chunks of rock suspended in air, or you know, whatever. It happens. There have been, you know, settings and environments in fantasy games where that can come up. So it's cool to have. And yeah, so I was like, that was a fun, fancy thing that I picked up now. It's a little set, of course. So one of the sets is like, well, now that I have one, I need another 7 so I can fill the whole table with it, right? Just have everything floating. But for now, I have 1 to play around with. But yeah, so fun Mountain Driftstones. I'll, of course, link to Dwarven Forge's website. They are getting better at keeping things in stock. So hopefully you can pick it up there. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.